All right, footy fans, get ready to join the chat as we talk everything about footy. Here at the NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. Here are your hosts, P.J. and Breno.
Hey, g'day footy fans. Welcome to another fun and insightful episode of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Breno. And of course, we have PJ. How you going, mate?
Going well, man. Can you believe there's only 4 rounds to go?
It's insane, isn't it?
Crazy.
We only just kicked off, didn't we? It was the other week, I'm sure.
The season the Souths have had, mate, I'm happy for it to end.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I think some teams
again.
Some teams will be thinking the same.
Yep.
All right, let's get straight into it, I guess, and have a look at what happened during round 23. All right.
So the Bunnies, everyone tipped them to get smashed by the Storm, and wasn't to be. Rabbitohs played quite well. Unfortunately, gave away a few silly penalties, and the Storm managed to get some early tries, but they played much better in the second half and ended up losing 1-12. We both picked 13 plus. Yeah. So 28-16, the Storm won. Bellamy wasn't happy about the game. Another lackluster performance after the Dragons' loss last week. Is there some alarm bells ringing before they play the Panthers this week, Breno?
Is Bellamy ever happy, though?
No, perfection.
Smashing them 40-0. Nah, you missed a tackle there, bro. Nah, throw the water bottle, off we go.
Yep. Yeah, no, I don't think even if Jesus was here, he'd be going, you can't just die for their sins, you got to do more. You know, you got to do more. So, Bunnies fans, I mean, seven starting players out. Yeah, 7 starting players out. I think that was an admirable performance. I expected, I think I might pick the score was 44-4. I didn't even think we'd score 2 tries, let alone 3. Exciting from the winger. I forget his name, Fletcher Myers. Runaway intercept try, but that was a very small highlight in a pretty average game, to be completely honest.
So for the team that's coming first too, Storm, you'd think they should be, no disrespect for Rabbitohs, they played really well, but they should be putting these games away. They've been a bit shaky the last few weeks and got beaten last week the week before by the Dragons. So,
and mate, they got the Panthers this week. They got what people,
a big game.
Yeah, widely anticipated as the grand final preview at Penrith Park. It's battle stations for the Storm. They better turn up, I tell you now. Yep. So game 2, everyone tipped the Sharkies. Not. Breno changed his tip, but he did actually pick the Sharks. He did pick the Sharks.
It was a typo.
Plenty of people thought the Titans... Yeah, plenty of people thought the Titans were going to win that one. Even Sportsbet had them at very short favourites. The Sharks blew them off the park from the opening minute, 44 to a donut, Breno.
That's it, donuts for the Titans. Yum.
0 for the Titans. Their season now over. They cannot make the playoffs with 4 rounds to go after losing that match. Des Hasler will be beside himself with the wins they've had in the last few weeks. To turn around and cop that loss, it would have been hard to take.
Yeah, for sure.
And the third game of the week, the Friday night late match, Parramatta, fair dinkum, butchered this one. They were up by 16 points. Was it 16 points with 5 minutes to go and lost by 2? The Panthers stormed home in a dead set comeback for the ages.
Oh, absolutely.
73rd, 75th, 76-minute tries. 7 to go. They're down by 16, and they win the Panthers.
So Channel 9 actually had a movie on straight after the football. It was How to Lose a Game in 10 Minutes. I think that was the title.
The Broncos know that one too, don't they? Yeah, sorry. To correct myself, I like being accurate. It was 14 points with 7 minutes to go. Yeah. Panthers scored 16 points to win the game. They're never gone. They started strong. There's a couple of tries to both teams early. It was 12-all. It was looking like the Gold Coast game from the week before. the Dolphins Roosters game where it ended up 40-32 or something stupid. But everything kind of settled down after they traded early tries. Parramatta looked like they were going to get it. And then the Panthers went, hold my beer, we're coming to get you.
Yeah, they've done well to come back. Yeah, I thought, here we go. Me tips are stuffed already. Good on you, Parramatta. You finally turn up, but then
Yep.
Panthers.
Oh, my tips are already stuffed with the Sharks, man. I did not see that coming. Even my missus, I shouldn't tell you this. Even she, the mad Sharks fan, tipped the Titans.
Breaking
her
news.
entire family picked the Sharks.
Oh.
She was the only one who went Titans, and they gave her hell on
I
Saturday.
bet they did. Oh.
And then the first game on the Saturday was another scoring fest, another tip wrong for PJ, because he picked Canberra to win in Canberra after their good performance the previous week, and then Manly came out and absolutely obliterated them. 46-24. Manly looking strong for a top 6 finish.
Yeah, 34 straight points. Seagulls dominated the Raiders in that second half.
Yeah, they just didn't come back out for the second half, unfortunately.
Still in the sheds.
And, still in the sheds. They got a couple of late tries to make it look better, but, it was pretty terrible effort from the Raiders.
The Broncos, however, continue their dominance over their fellow Queenslanders, now winning their past 4 games against the Cowboys. Walsh overcoming a wrist injury, and he led the Broncos to a massive 42-18 win over the Cowboys. Cowboys on the verge of dropping out of the 8. Some Broncos fans thinking they still can make it. Keep dreaming.
Nope. 22 points ain't enough. Broncos are gone for the season. Quote me. I'm right. Cowboys, though, at home against their bitter rivals. Really, really poor performance. Lots of rumours flying around about Val Holmes not being happy. Apparently the Roosters have now got some more money, and we know they do, in fairness. They absolutely do. But apparently he's trying to get out of his contract to go to the Roosters. We're also hearing the Roosters are trying to pick up, who's the other bloke? Oh, it's just dropped out of my head. The other bloke, they're trying to get him too. Chad Townsend. They're trying to get Chad Townsend as well. So the Cowboys will be in big trouble if they lose those 2 superstars, I tell you right now.
Yeah, also, I forgot what I was going to say. I lost my train of thought there. Oh, dear.
Lost my train of thought.
Broncos. My curse continues, or it's back again after last week. I got it right, but this week, tip the Cowboys. Nah.
Yep.
The curse has returned.
Yep, Cowboys fans are all cheering on the sideline going, Breno, tip against us. Breno, tip against us.
Then we have a look at the Dragons and the Dogs. Dogs are eyeing off a top 4 spot after downing the Dragons 28-10. Dragons have dropped back out of the 8. And Burton, the boot, also brought up his 500th NRL point. Well done. Now Flanagan finds himself facing the judiciary after clamping down on Crichton's nose after a solid tackle. But that would have been tasty. Kyle Flanagan arriving into the judiciary, getting 4 weeks for his effort as well while we're there.
Yeah, really unfair. I thought Crichton pushed his nose into Flanagan's mouth. I don't think Flanagan, as he's there getting facial with someone's face with his eyes closed, you can clearly see he has his eyes closed. I don't think he had a clue his nose was in his mouth at the time. But really, really harsh, Kyle Flanagan. I don't think he's that kind of player. Crichton declined to give testimony against Kyle Flanagan, but it didn't help him because the NRL are brain dead and they've gone and suspended him for 4 weeks. So no Kyle Flanagan for the season and no common sense once again for the NRL. But for the game, the Dragons hung in there. They hung in there. They just don't have a second half, unfortunately. No. They were in the game at halftime, and Kurt Mann, former Dragon, scored the match clincher in the 58th minute, which Matt Burton put over the post and then got a penalty goal late to super seal the win. Yeah. Dragons drifting, but not out. Not out of the race.
We have a look at the Dolphins and Warriors game. 2-point field goal seals the deal for the Dolphins, and they get back in the 8 with the golden point against the Warriors. They won 34-32. Dolphins starting off strong. They got 2 early tries, and they were leading 20-6 at half time. Then the Warriors hit back in the second half to tie it up. Warriors actually got 6 tries to 5, but they couldn't get the conversions to win it. And Dolphins take it in the extra time.
Yeah, we both got that one right. Finns 1-12. Herbie Farnworth, what a game. What a game he had. That was a really entertaining, again, not one for the purists. 28,000 people up at Suncorp. Lots of tries. Some pretty average defence most of the time. But Herbie Farnworth played a really good game. I thought Jake Avarello went well as well. He thought he sealed it in the 70th minute. And then Mitch Barnett goes in and scores, and they equalise through Harris Tavita. But that 2-point field goal to old mate Sean O'Sullivan coming off the bench. He was supposed to be the starting halfback, but Katoa was doing such a good job. But he had his moment there and got them home to keep their spot in the top 8.
Now the Knights took on the Tigers. Knights keeping their slim hopes for finals footy alive. One of the best scoring performances, I think, for the year, beating the soon-to-be wooden spooners, the Tigers, 34-18, after a back-and-forth game in the first half. And then Knights young gun, Fletcher Sharp, scoring 4 tries, including a spectacular kick from Ponga that was recovered. Looked like it was going to be a knock-on, but he recovered it. And Sharp kicking again to score under the post. Definitely try of the year contender there, I reckon. It was crazy. I thought, the bunker will come back on this one.
Fantastic try. 4 tries for Fletcher Sharp. He was absolutely on fire. That 4th one, I would have been happy if he didn't score that, because then I would have got it 1-12.
Yeah.
But I didn't get it 1-12. But yeah, the Knights, on the knife edge still. They're one of those teams, one loss and you're pretty much gone. But they've still got a chance.
That's right. Let's have a look at...
Are you telling me there's a chance?
There's a chance. Let's have a look at the ladder. All right. Melbourne's still sitting up on top, so not much change in the top 5 there.
Nope.
Like I said,
I expected to see the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
I expected to see the Bulldogs in the top 4 this week with the Sharks, but 44-0 went, forget that. We've got our top 4 spot. Yeah, Dolphins back into the top 8.
Dragons out. Yeah.
Knights and the Raiders are riding the razor's edge, if you ask me, the knife edge. They're the 2 teams that can't lose. They can't lose a single game from here. Broncos, Titans, and anyone below that, gone for season 2024.
Yeah. All right, so go check out what we tipped this week.
Sounds like a plan.
For the first time in probably 3 years, I think I did it once last year. I got 7 out of 8.
7 out of 8.
Bloody Cowboys again. See, that's what I'm saying.
Yep. Who tipped did you tip the Cowboys? Tell us in the comments right now. Write it in the comments. Did you tip the Cowboys last week to beat Brisbane at home after how bad Brisbane have been? Come on, be honest. If you did, I want a screenshot to prove it. Because I didn't, neither did Breno, and it cost them a perfect round, which means I'm still ahead by 2 points.
Just hanging in there.
Yeah.
All right, let's have a look at what's happening in round. What are we up to? 24. Wow.
24.
We're getting closer.
You believe it, Breno. 24.
Yeah, it's just flying by. Next thing you know, it'll be the grand final. So,
yep.
Talking about the grand final, that's a good segue. This is probably set to be a grand final preview. We have at Bluebet Stadium on Thursday night, 7:50. Don't miss this one. Panthers and Storm, second versus first. Not much money in it. Storm actually paying $2.43, but look, it could go either way this game. And like we were saying before, Storm not really performing lately, but Panthers have been struggling to score points too. This will be one to watch.
Dead set match of the round. Forget everything else. Match of the round. Oh, Rabbitohs, Tigers, mate. No. Panthers, Storm, match of the round. Dead set match of the round. This will be a cracking game. Storm are paying $2.39 right now. Yeah. I'd be putting money on that. I think the Storm are specials. I think they've been foxing the last couple of weeks and conserving their energy for this match to go out there and obliterate the Panthers. But the Panthers, defensively have been a little bit switched off as well. So you don't know if they've both been kind of following the same plan.
Possibly, yeah. I'm taking Panthers 1 to
It'll
12.
it'll be close. Yeah, I'm going Storm 1 to
It's
12.
going to be a
That could
close one.
be.
Hopefully, it's going to be a close one. I hope it's a good battle.
Yep. Make sure you jump in the chat.
Ooh,
Everyone, don't write in the group. What's the score? The score's in the chat. We put the score up at full time. During the game, join the chat. There's a link in the post which you click on and it takes you there. You just have to move a finger. All right? Join the chat. We'll keep you up to date of the scores if you're not watching it. And it's dead set grand final preview. Dead set grand final preview.
We try and keep up to date with the chat, but yeah, join it. It's good fun.
We do our very best.
And then we head over to Four Pines Park at 6 p.m. on Friday, first Friday night game. Seagulls sitting in 6th. They're looking to jump in that top 5. And you've got Warriors, the Gone, down to 14th. They're paying $5.10 for the win. I have tipped Manly 13 plus. Oh, no, you tipped 13 plus. I went 1 to 12. I think this might be a little bit closer than 13 plus, yeah.
Yeah, no, I've gone 13 plus with no confidence whatsoever because I think every time I pick Manly at Brookvale Oval, they've not only not won 13 plus, they've lost the game. So I'm very nervous about this one. The Warriors are here and then here and then here and then here. So it's like, which one's going to turn up? I've no idea.
We roll the dice again.
Exactly. Manly are the same. Yeah. Roll the dice. Manly are the same. They could be rocks. They could be diamonds. I'm tipping at home with you know trying to get into that 6th spot and really push for a better semi-final match. I'm tipping Manly to win well.
And the second Friday night game, we head over to Allianz for the Roosters and Eels at 8 p.m. Roosters in 3rd and Eels 16th. Roosters still looking pretty solid. And Eels are paying at $5.50. What chances do they have, PJ?
Not much at all, but I am picking a 1 to 12 win for the Roosters. Parramatta have been scoring plenty of points the last few weeks. Yeah, they just don't know how to tackle anyone.
Yeah. They couldn't seal the deal last week, but
it's crazy how many points they've leaked in the last few weeks. If I go here really quickly, scrolling, 36 against the Panthers, 20 against the Storm Warriors, 32 against the Storm, 24 against the Titans, 32 against Rabbitohs, 34 against Knights. Like, you can't win football games if you're letting in 30 plus points every week.
No.
That is insane. Roosters are red hot, best for and against in the comp. Yep. They should come out and flog them, but I'm expecting, like last week with Parramatta and the Panthers, Parramatta will score plenty. They just might let in a few more than they score.
I don't think the Roosters get as rattled as what the Panthers do and at home as well. Yeah. But, you know, so they might shock us again.
Yep. You never know. Never know.
All right, Saturday, we are going to Sattler Oval in Queensland. So this is really bizarre. 3 p.m. In Bundaberg. It's Bulldogs and Dolphins. The Bulldogs home game, but they're playing in Queensland, so I don't understand this. Bulldogs are 5th. Dolphins are 8th. They're paying $2.68. Bulldogs are favourites there.
Mm-hmm. Yep, the year the Bulldogs fans actually want their team to play at home. They're going great guns. They're 5th on the points table, 12 and 8. They're playing against the Dolphins, and we're going to play it up in the Dolphins area. So, anyway, I've gone Dogs 1 to 12. I think this will be a close match. You know, the Dolphins much better last week.
Yeah. Dogs are more hungry, I think.
The Dogs' defense. It's just the Dogs' defense. You know, they've let in 153 points less than the Dolphins this year. Dolphins have scored 90 odd more, but the Bulldogs' defense this year is the second best in the comp behind the Panthers by 3 points.
Yeah, right.
Literally. The Panthers 324, Dogs 327. That's what's winning these Dogs the games, and they're going to do it again this week.
Yeah, no, all the Doggies fans talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
Right if we win, right if we lose.
Yeah, that's it. And the 74, 84, 94, 2004 thing is coming to fruition. 2024 is meant to be the year the Bulldogs win the comp. we'll see what happens.
All right,
I think if anyone's going to win it outside the top three, Breno, it's going to be the Bulldogs. Let's be honest. Yeah, you've got the Storm,
you're absolutely right.
Panthers, Roosters. They're dead sets.
Yeah.
In this grand final qualifiers. If anyone's going to be that fourth team there, the Dogs on form at the moment. The Sharks impressed me last week.
If they keep that form going, they've got a good chance of getting there. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, head over to Queensland Country Bank Stadium for the second week in a row at 5:30. Cowboys taking on the Raiders. Cowboys are 7th, Raiders are 11th. And on that knife's edge, as we spoke about, they're paying $2.70 for the win. Well, I've given Raiders a chance. I've tipped the Cowboys 1-12.
They have to win, the Raiders.
They do.
They have to win or they are out of the playoffs. They are on the knife edge, ladies and gentlemen. All you Canberra Uglians, you're on the knife edge. You're in big trouble. And the Canberra Raiders have to win this match. I've gone Cowboys 1-12 purely because they're at home. Didn't help me last week. They played terrible against Brisbane, who were really good. I've got no faith at all in either of these teams. Cowboys could come and beat them by 20. Raiders could beat them by 20.
Yeah, Cowboys are on the risk of coming out of the 8 too if they keep losing. So.
Absolutely, yeah. There's three dogs in this race, 4 if you count the Dolphins, but they're in the 8. There's 3 teams outside the 8 that have a chance of displacing you. At the moment, they're 2 points ahead of the Dragons, who I think have a pretty tough run, and 4 points ahead of the Knights and Raiders. If they both win this week, and obviously the Raiders win here, then the Cowboys are only 2 points off them. So this is a do or die for the Cowboys as well. They've got a chance at a home semi if they can win a few of these games. But at the moment, they're playing away to Manly at Brookvale if the finals were today.
Okay. So on Saturday, we head over to Campbelltown, 7:35 kickoff. Tigers taking on the Rabbitohs. Tigers 17th, Rabbitohs 15th. Tigers are paying $2.77 after their loss against the Knights. And Rabbitohs, after their loss against the Storm, paying $1.45. How's your team going to go this week, PJ?
Well, I don't think we got anyone back. This is a big chance for the Tigers to win out there at Campbelltown Stadium. I think the Bunnies will still get home by maybe 2. There's enough class in the team, I think, to get the win. But the West Tigers have shown glimpses in the last few weeks during games of form. You know, they were doing okay in the Knights game for a while there. The previous game against the Cowboys, there was a good bit, then a really bad bit, and then a good bit. So if the Tigers can get some consistency, they'll push South all the way. I think it'll be Bunnies by 2 or 4 maybe.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I've got Rabbitohs 1-12. So
yeah,
still
with both teams
pretty
pretty bad in the defensive department. It's probably going to be 30-28 or something like that.
We'll write that down.
Write that down.
All right, we go into the Sunday game at Wynn Stadium, 2 p.m. kickoff. Dragons and Titans. Dragons are sitting in 9th and Titans 13th. So both these teams really want this win, I think, for Dragons to get back in the 8, and Titans, hopefully, they're looking at trying to get that 8 spot.
Yeah, Dragons slipped out. A loss here means they're on the knife edge. They have to win this game. The Titans will be really disappointed about their effort last week. I expect them to come back and win, actually. Right. I expect the Titans to come back and win this match. It'll be close. I've got them 1-12. But the Dragons, they're almost on life support now. They have to win this game to stay in touch with that top 8.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Exciting times. That's going to be a good game. I'm going to enjoy that. I've got no more soccer. Thank God.
And sit down and watch it.
Hello to all the boys at Marina Magpies, by the way. I love yous.
Yeah, the Magpies.
But soccer's over. And, that'll be an absolute cracker.
That'll be a good game. But I think, for me, this will be the game of the round, apart from, obviously, the Thursday night game. But we head over to PointsBet Stadium at 4:05 on Sunday. Sharks taking on the Knights. Sharks are in 4th. They want to keep keep their top 4 spot. The Knights in 10th, trying to get back into that 8. They're paying $3.14. Sharks have got the short odds there, and the favourites, obviously.
Yep, Sharkies big favourites there. They'll pack out their 11,000-seat stadium, the embarrassment that it is to the NRL. The Shire fans will all be down there. Sharks, on last week's form, should smash them, but Sharks haven't been consistent either at the moment. So they will want to send a statement this week to the competition to say, yeah, it's Newcastle, they're 10th, which is great compared to where they were 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But the Sharks need to send a statement to the competition that we are the real deal, and we're going to give this finals season a shake. The Knights on the knife edge have to win, just simple as that. They have to win this match. If they do, they jump the Dragons on for and against should they lose, and they're just behind the Dolphins if they don't win, out of 8th spot on goal difference.
Yeah, it's a tough road for the Knights, and I think this is going to be the decider. If they can't win this game, I think they're pretty much done. They've got a couple of. Well, I think we've got Titans and then the Dolphins to finish it off, and I think they're going to be just as tough, even though they're the lower sort of teams. But yeah, if they can perform against the Sharks, who knows?
Yeah,
I've tipped the
so
Sharks.
The Sharks this week, which is your toughest match.
Yeah.
Then you got the Bunnies next week.
Oh yeah, don't forget that.
That could go either way. Then you've got the Titans. Then you've got the Dolphins, which could end up, if you win the other 3, that could be end up being a playoff for 8th spot.
Could be, yeah.
The Knights Dolphins at Newcastle Sunday afternoon in the last round. That would be an absolute bell ringer, I tell you now.
Oh, boys' day, yep. I'll see if I can.
Yep.
Hopefully, I can get to that one. I've only been to one game this year, but we're going to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll get to a game soon though. When Knights playing the Rabbitohs, we'll head down to Sydney. Ah, yeah. So many commitments, working and podcasting, and it's a busy lifestyle.
Yeah, and signing autographs with all your podcast fans. They're lined up at Newcastle Stadium. You can't even get in. You're just signing footy cards all day. Breno.
All right, let's check out who we tipped. So, only a couple of differences again this week. I've gone Panthers. PJ's gone Storm.
I've gone Titans. You've gone Dragons. All the rest are the same. So Breno gets those 2 tips up, ladies and gentlemen. We're tied.
Yeah.
We're tied with 3 rounds to go. 105 to 103 currently. What's your score? Let us know in the comments. But Breno's catching up after that big 7 last week. I'm getting nervous.
I want an 8. Come on.
I've led all year, mate. If I drop this now, I'll call you Stephen Bradbury all year.
Awesome.
How about the breakdancer?
Oh, let's not. I feel sorry for her.
I feel sorry for her.
She had to go.
Was that breakdancing? Can I be honest?
It was, it was a pretty ordinary.
It was expressive dancing. It wasn't breakdancing. Yeah.
But yeah, good on the Olympians anyway. That was a good effort by the whole team, I think.
Yeah, 4th place in the world and the greatest haul Australia has ever had.
Yeah, well done.
Which is a remarkable effort. Well done to all our Olympians.
No, I'm going to miss it. It's been great the 2 weeks watching all the random sports like the handball and all the skating, and I've been watching all the volleyball. That was fun.
Yep, and Paralympics about to start soon.
Yep, in 16 days or 15 days or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Do it all over again. All right. It's that time of the night, everybody.
What time? You forget to press the button.
PJ's
Leave that in.
of the week.
Press the wrong button.
Oh, PJ's tip of the round.
Yeah.
So I'm going all right. Thanks for adding the extra tips. I finally got Breno to put the extra ticks in there because I feel like I'm doing really bad, but I'm not going that bad. So I got the Storm right, but I missed it by a point, so I don't get the margin right. I got the Panthers right. I got the Bulldogs right, 13+. The Cowboys shocked the hell out of the world People all over the planet are just talking about how bad they were against the Broncos. So that's cost me once again 4 out of 4, at least in the tips, and only 2 out of 4 in the margin. So here is the multi for this week. Are we ready?
Let's go.
We're going Storm 1 to 12. We're going Roosters 1 to 12. We're going Bulldogs 1 to 12.
Ooh.
And we're going Sharks 1 to 12.
Ooh.
That's the tip this week. Storm 1 to 12. Roosters 1 to 12. Bulldogs 1 to 12. Sharks 1 to 12. Gamble responsibly, and I hope I get it right for once.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear.
See how we go.
PJ's tip of the week.
So definitely improving on PJ's tip of the week.
We'll see how we go.
See how we go this week.
See how we go.
I think that's all we got time for. Unless you got anything else, PJ?
No, I just saw the news article this week about Latrell Mitchell.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if we should mention that. Someone's taken a photo of him having a Bex and a good lie down, and kind of turned into something else. We don't know what happened, obviously. This is all alleged at this point. But, old mate in the corner with the camera.
So do you know what the difference is between Latrell Mitchell and Stephen Crichton? So Latrell Mitchell puts things in his nose, and Stephen Crichton puts nose in things.
I like that. That's a good one. All right, Breno, good luck to the Knights this weekend on the knife edge. I hope you get the result against the Sharkies. Go the Bunnies against the Tigers, and I hope your team wins too.
Yeah, good on them. Hope they do too. Enjoy your night. Thanks for joining us here, and we'll see you next week. Yeah, enjoy the footy. Good night.
See you in the chat. Remember, join the chat.
Thanks for tuning in to another action-packed episode of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out all of the NRL Live Chat 2.0 action on our Facebook group page. Come and join the chat. Goodbye.